Hey everyone, it's Dr. Jamie Carter. Let's talk about something we all deal with, stress. That feeling of being overwhelmed, your heart racing, your mind buzzing a million miles an hour. We often think about stress as just a mental thing, something happening in our heads. But what if I told you that a huge part of how you experience and manage stress comes down to something physical, something you can directly control through what you drink and eat? I'm talking about electrolytes. These tiny charged particles are like the spark plugs for your entire nervous system, and when they're out of balance, your body's stress response can go completely haywire. You've probably heard about electrolytes in the context of sports drinks, for rehydrating after a tough workout. And that's true, they're crucial for that. But their role goes so much deeper, especially when it comes to your body's command center, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or HPA axis. This is the system that decides when to release stress hormones like cortisol. When your electrolytes are dialed in, this system runs smoothly. But when they're not, it's like trying to run a high-performance engine with faulty wiring. The result? More anxiety, more fatigue, and that feeling of being constantly on edge. In this video, we're going to do a deep dive into the big four electrolytes: sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. We'll break down exactly what each one does, how it directly impacts your body's stress response, and simple ways you can make sure you're getting enough. This isn't about some miracle cure, but about giving your body the fundamental tools it needs to be resilient. By the end of this, you'll see why managing your electrolytes might just be the most powerful, yet overlooked secret weapon you have in your fight against daily stress. Let's get into it. Let's start with the most misunderstood electrolyte of them all, sodium. For decades, we've been told to fear salt, to cut it out wherever we can. While it's true that excessive sodium can be a problem for some people, especially in highly processed foods, it's absolutely essential for your body to function, particularly when you're under stress. Think of sodium as your body's primary fluid manager. It works tirelessly to maintain the right amount of water both inside and outside your cells. This process, known as maintaining osmotic pressure, is critical for everything from nutrient transport to waste removal. When you're stressed, your adrenal glands work overtime, and this process can actually cause you to lose more sodium through your urine, putting you at risk for depletion. This loss of sodium has a direct impact on your blood volume and consequently, your blood pressure. Have you ever felt dizzy or lightheaded when you stand up too quickly after a stressful day? That could be a sign of low blood pressure or hypotension exacerbated by low sodium levels. By ensuring you have adequate sodium, you're helping your body maintain stable blood pressure, preventing those sudden crashes that leave you feeling weak and foggy. It's not about loading up on junk food. It's about strategically using high-quality salt to support your body's foundational needs. This simple mineral is the bedrock of your internal fluid dynamics, keeping the entire system running smoothly. Furthermore, sodium plays a starring role in your nervous system. Every single thought, feeling, and movement you have depends on neurons firing correctly. These electrical signals are generated by something called an action potential, which is driven by the rapid exchange of sodium and potassium ions across the cell membrane. When you don't have enough sodium, your neurons can't fire as effectively. This can manifest as brain fog, fatigue, and a general feeling of sluggishness. During periods of high stress, you need your brain to be sharp and responsive, not sputtering and slow. This is especially true in the morning. Waking up is an inherently stressful event for the body. It requires a surge of energy to get going. If your sodium levels are low overnight, you might wake up feeling groggy, unrefreshed, and dreading the day. A small pinch of sea salt in your morning water can make a world of difference. It helps your body rehydrate more effectively than plain water and supports that initial nerve firing needed for alertness. It's about giving your adrenals the support they need to manage that morning cortisol spike, setting a stable, energized tone for the rest of your day instead of starting from a deficit. If sodium is the accelerator for your nervous system, then potassium is the brake. These two minerals exist in a delicate, beautiful dance of opposition. While sodium primarily lives outside your cells, potassium is the dominant ion inside your cells. This separation creates an electrical gradient, a kind of cellular battery, that is essential for life itself. This gradient, known as the resting membrane potential, is what keeps your nerves stable and ready to fire when needed, but calm when not. Potassium's job is to help bring the nerve cell back to its resting state after it fires, preventing it from becoming overexcited. When you're chronically stressed, your cells can become more excitable. This is that feeling of being wired, but tired, where you're physically exhausted but your mind won't shut off. It's like a car alarm that keeps going off for no reason. Potassium helps to calm this electrical noise. By ensuring you have enough potassium, you are directly supporting your body's ability to relax on a cellular level. It helps to lower blood pressure, counteracting sodium's effects, and eases the tension in your cardiovascular system. This is a crucial part of shifting your body out of the fight-or-flight state and into the rest and digest parasympathetic mode. Potassium also plays a significant role in how your body handles sugar, which is intimately linked to your stress response. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, which in turn dumps glucose into your bloodstream to provide quick energy. To get that glucose out of the blood and into your cells where it can be used, you need insulin. Potassium is essential for your cells to respond effectively to insulin, a concept known as insulin sensitivity. When potassium is low, your cells can become resistant to insulin, leaving more sugar in your blood, which can lead to energy crashes and mood swings, further compounding your stress. This direct impact on your nervous system and hormonal balance means potassium is a powerful mood regulator. Research has shown a link between low potassium levels and symptoms of depression and irritability. By helping to calm nerve excitability and preventing the dramatic cortisol and blood sugar spikes that fuel anxiety, potassium provides a steadying influence. Foods rich in potassium like avocados, sweet potatoes, spinach, and bananas are not just healthy. They are actively providing your body with the raw materials it needs to maintain a calm and resilient internal state. It's the silent partner to sodium, working behind the scenes to keep you balanced. Now let's talk about the master mineral for relaxation, magnesium. If potassium is the brake, magnesium is the mechanic that ensures the entire braking system is well-oiled and functioning correctly. This incredible mineral is a cofactor in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, meaning hundreds of bodily processes simply cannot happen without it. Many of these processes are directly related to regulating your mood, your sleep, and your energy levels. Unfortunately, modern soil depletion and food processing mean that a huge portion of the population is deficient in magnesium, making us far more susceptible to the negative effects of stress. One of magnesium's most important jobs in the context of stress is its relationship with GABA, or gamma-aminobutyric acid. GABA is your brain's primary inhibitory neurotransmitter. Its role is to slow down brain activity, promoting a sense of calm and putting the brakes on anxiety. Think of it as the off switch for racing thoughts. Magnesium binds to and activates GABA receptors in the brain, essentially amplifying GABA's calming effects. When you're low in magnesium, your GABA system can't function optimally, leaving you stuck in an on state, with anxiety and intrusive thoughts running rampant. This is why magnesium is often called nature's tranquilizer. Magnesium also has a direct effect on your body's stress hormone headquarters, the HPA axis. It helps to regulate the release of both ACTH from the pituitary gland and cortisol from the adrenal glands. Essentially, it acts as a gatekeeper, preventing an excessive stress response. Adequate magnesium levels mean your body is less likely to overreact to a stressful trigger with a massive flood of cortisol. This helps prevent that wired, panicky feeling and also protects your body from the long-term damaging effects of chronically elevated cortisol, such as inflammation and impaired immune function. Finally, let's talk about sleep, which is so often the first casualty of high stress. Magnesium is critical for deep restorative sleep. It not only helps calm the nervous system in preparation for sleep through its GABAergic action, but it also helps regulate melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep-wake cycles. By improving both the ease of falling asleep and the quality and depth of your sleep, magnesium helps your body and brain fully recharge overnight. This is absolutely crucial, as a good night's sleep is one of the most powerful tools for building stress resilience. A well-rested brain is a less stressed brain, and magnesium is a key player in making that happen. Last but certainly not least, we have calcium. We almost always associate calcium with strong bones and teeth, and while that's its most famous role, its function in your nervous system and stress response is just as critical. Calcium is the primary messenger that tells your cells what to do. Specifically, it controls the release of neurotransmitters from your nerve endings. When a nerve impulse travels down to the end of a neuron, it's a sudden influx of calcium ions that triggers the release of chemical messengers like serotonin, dopamine, or norepinephrine into the synapse to communicate with the next cell. This function makes calcium a powerful regulator of neural firing. If you don't have enough calcium available, or if its regulation is off, this communication process can become unstable. This can lead to feelings of anxiety, irritability, and even muscle twitching or cramping, as your nerve endings become overly sensitive and fire erratically. Proper calcium levels help to stabilize this process, ensuring that neurotransmitters are released in a controlled, measured way. This creates a foundation of neurological stability, preventing the kind of hyperreactivity that can make you feel like you're constantly on a knife's edge during stressful times. Calcium is also fundamental to physical relaxation. Every time you contract a muscle, whether it's lifting a weight or just the tension you hold in your shoulders when you're stressed, calcium rushes into the muscle cells to initiate the contraction. However, for the muscle to relax, that calcium must be actively pumped back out. This is where calcium's partnership with magnesium becomes so important. Magnesium acts as a natural calcium channel blocker, helping to push calcium out of the muscle cells and allowing them to release and relax. Without enough magnesium to balance calcium, you can end up in a state of sustained contraction. Think tight neck muscles, jaw clenching, and general physical tension. Therefore, you can't think about calcium in isolation. It works in a dynamic duo with magnesium to create a balanced stress response. Calcium provides the spark for action and communication, while magnesium provides the signal for calm and relaxation. An imbalance in their ratio can be just as problematic as a deficiency in either one. Too much unopposed calcium can lead to a state of hyperexcitability and tension, while too little calcium can lead to neurological instability. Achieving the right balance between these two minerals is key to supporting both physical and mental relaxation, allowing your body to move smoothly between states of alert action and calm recovery. So as you can see, managing stress goes way beyond just your mindset. It's about your physiology. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium aren't just lines on a nutrition label. They are the fundamental conductors of your body's entire electrical system. When you're feeling frazzled, anxious, or exhausted, it's easy to blame external circumstances. But sometimes, the most powerful change you can make is internal, by giving your body the basic raw materials it's screaming for. It's like trying to fix a flickering light by yelling at it, when all you really needed to do was check the fuse box. These electrolytes are your body's fuse box. I want you to think of this not as another complicated health rule to follow, but as an act of compassion for your body. When you intentionally add a pinch of high-quality sea salt to your water, choose a potassium-rich avocado, or take a magnesium supplement before bed, you're sending a direct message to your nervous system. I've got you. I'm giving you the tools you need to feel safe and calm. This is how you build true resilience from the ground up, on a cellular level. It's about creating a body that is less reactive and more stable, so that when life inevitably throws stress your way, you have a strong physiological foundation to stand on. Your health journey is a series of small, consistent actions that add up over time. Understanding and managing your electrolytes is one of the most high-impact, low-effort changes you can make. So be curious, pay attention to how you feel. Maybe experiment with an electrolyte drink on a particularly stressful day and see what you notice. Let me know in the comments what your experience with electrolytes has been. And as always, stay alert, stay informed, and be an active participant in your own health. I'll see you in the next video.